Do I have the energy for a 2-night in a row TikTok live? I mean, I'll try. Can't guarantee it's gonna be like a super amped up TikTok live like my usual ones are. It is tough to do multiple TikTok lives in a row, especially if it's for 1 hour straight talking about fragrances. But you know what? We're in the realm of trying to make the impossible possible. So if you have a fragrance in mind that you want to see reviewed or talked about, let me know. I'm also going to do one live reaction to some mail that I got. I have Skylar's Peach Fields. This was a new release, so I'm going to do a live first impression for Skylar Peach Fields. Got my scent card ready. Aaron, how's it going? Let's go over Product Carbon. Typically, this is going to be a very common recommendation for those that are trying to avoid anything in the realm of Dior Sauvage. Better price point, not as good a performance, but it's still a different scent type that circulates around that Ambroxan smell. I would put this one in A tier, especially for the price point. Product Carbon goes on the A list. Let's see what it rates for. Yeah, you could probably get it for 70 bucks. And that's a brand new bottle. You could probably find better rates at second hand retailers like Mercari. Manny, let's go for Manny's recommendation. He wants Halloween Man X. Halloween Man X, we also go A tier, but we give a little bit of a stipulation. If you're a young guy into athletics, doing a ton of physical activity, hitting the gyms and all that stuff, Halloween Man X, I'd say save for a different season. Halloween Man X, I would say colder months. You're not going to be hitting the gym often. This is a bitter coffee note. Doesn't smell as great whenever it's mixed with like Skin Chemistry and then Sweat and BO. Then I'd say opt for something fresher. But Halloween Man X, just on price point and projection, longevity, all that stuff, it would be an A tier. Hudson, I usually go between tiermaker.com and then Fragrantica. So majority of the time I'm between those two sites. The original Spice Bomb, I have a decant of it. I'll have to resmell it. So I usually just skip the original one because I hadn't heard a ton. Even though I do have a sample of it, I need to try. I'm just gonna put it in B tier for the time being. It is rated really high on here, although I don't remember it. Sweet Tobacco, don't have a photo of it. So for the time being, we will leave it at an A tier, even though I'll use Spice Bomb Extreme as a placeholder. All right, next one was Burberry Her London Dream. Rose, fresh, floral. This scent type reminds me of Chanel Chance Tendre or Miss Dior. Let's see what it's reminding Fragrantica of. Let's see, Zara's Lightly Bloom, Valentino's Donna Born Aroma Yellow Dream. Interesting. I haven't tried this one. I love the scent profile. 80 bucks is pretty high. Perfumer to perfumers. I would go B just as a placeholder. Transparency, I haven't smelled this one. Jimmy Choo Man Intense, I would go B+. Thank you so much for engaging in the TikTok Live. And if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to go hit that follow button or share. Portrait of a Lady, David Realty. Portrait of a Lady. A lot of the Frederic Malle scents are just going to be like superb in terms of style. I believe that the concept is they want to let the perfumers have the freedom to create, and that's why a lot of them have different perfumers on them, or named on them. Like this one is Dominique Ropion. Highly rated. This would probably be S tier. But what is the price point for this one nowadays? Yeah, it's really expensive. Really, really expensive. So sample it. I'm pretty sure they have a sampler at Twisted Lily. I want to try that one. Hey, Parma. Give me a few minutes and I will get over to your question over on the purple bot. Eros, Flame. We go B+. I'll say both Eroses. I'll put in B+ today. Somebody asked for Acros Dark. One of my favorite sampler sets, if you haven't tried it, Acro. They have an amazing sampler set. Still wearable. Most of them are wearable. I want to say like one of them might be a bit darker and resinous. It may be more seasonal wear. This one reminds me of, there's a chocolate brand called Abuelita's Chocolate in Mexico. They also sell it at some stores in Texas. I don't know how far it is in the US though. So that one I would say A tier. Not a ton of versatility for how you'd wear it. So it's like a very dark, rich, slightly bitter chocolate. Sweet and spicy. Over on the Twitch chat was Dolce & Gabbana Essence. I don't see an essence. Is it the one essence? Let me know if it was that one. And if not, I can always come back to it. Amour Leopard. Y'all are coming up with some ones I can't find. Alright, Amour Leopard. Okay, this one I haven't tried. I've tried the original one, and this looks very similar to it. And it is one of my favorite smelling perfumes, mostly because of the complexity between the powdery, sweet peach. But the original one, I'd rate S tier, especially for the price point. Like under 50 bucks, a super elegant peach sweet vanilla. Lucas wants me to rate 1 million lucky. 1 million lucky. Katya, thank you so much. And then Mirror Drama, thank you so much. I'm going to quote my friend Jufro Fragrances, who says that this smells like Honey Nut Cheerios. That's not bad though. Some people really like that scent. Like for me, I also think Love Don't Be Shy, which is one of the best sellers from Kilian Hennessy. That one is an S tier, but to me it smells like Lucky Charms. So, sweet scent type, if you like that type, I would put it in A tier. Otherwise, I would say sample it, or I'd put it in B. Bubbles. I usually do. I don't have any photos of them. Next TikTok live, I'll try to get some decants, maybe do a live reaction. But absolutely. Dior Homme, we would rate really high. Dior Homme I would put close to S tier. Dior Homme Parfum, maybe S tier, and then Dior Homme. I would put in S tier. Under 100? No, it's 120, but it's still really good. I would still say it's worth it. Yo, thank you so much for that follow over on the Purple Bot. Okay, Anna asked for Perfect by Marc Jacobs. Perfect by Marc Jacobs, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is really good. I would go B+ or A-. Under 100, I think this is more of like a under $100 fragrance category is fair. Yeah, if you can find it under 100, it would stay at an A tier. And next up on here is Coffee Break Maison Margiela. Let's go Coffee Break. Also, while we're talking about Maison Margiela, some of my fragrances are going to be Jazz Club, S tier, By the Fireplace, A plus tier. Coffee Break, I'd rank really high, maybe like A minus, but it's not one of my go-tos for coffee. It is really nice, but it wouldn't be the one that I would think of whenever I'm looking for a coffee scent. So this one, I would still say maybe like A tier. I would just personally rate it closer to like an A minus. Fragrantica, slightly under like a very high 4.0 rating, so great scent either way. Alright, over on the purple bot. Black Afghan I have not tried. Black Afghano. This one I need to sample. Smoky Oud. So Dior Homme we rated A tier, Dior Homme Parfum S tier. And then coming over to Dahlia and Vines. Is this the one? I can't find Dahlia and Vines. This one doesn't ring a bell, but if you like it, I'll throw it in A tier. Skylar's Midnight Moon. Midnight Moon is good. I am going to do a live reaction over the new release, Peach Fields. Alright, next one over TikTok. Give me some recommendations. Throw an emoji on there, that way I could keep up with the chat. And by the way, sometimes the chat does get lagged a tad bit. So, it's not me ignoring you, even though there are a lot of comments. Tom Ford's Oud Wood by Vic Ville. Okay, super elegant. One of the most versatile ouds. Still clean, slightly mineral smelling, with like this balsamic vanilla. CEO vibes. Very expensive, but very versatile and wearable for the office still, even though it's more elegant. Maybe you can class it up, black tie affair, but Oud Wood I would put in S tier, superior. Versace Prom, I own a bottle of it. I do wear it during the summertime. That one would be A minus. Nautica Voyage I rank high, mostly because it's a great value buy. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the stars, the roses, the stars and roses. And you know what, for all those stars and roses, I'll give y'all a little sound. I can't give it to you for every star, but if there's a... Whoa, Diego, thank you so much for those stars. I'll give you a sound too. Hitting me with them stars. Okay, I have to upgrade it. If it's a bigger one, I'll do it. If it's a bigger one, I'll do it again. Whatever the next one above a star is. Azara Most Wanted by a gifter. Yo, balloons. Thank you so much, Abby. Zorro the Most Wanted. Warm and spicy. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for that. Follow. Ambery Spicy. I'm going to put this one up really high. This will go A tier. I even have a picture of it right here somewhere. I lied. I don't. I do, but I don't. Oud Wood. We're just going to toss some things up. Creed Aventus. We put in B tier. MFK, Amir's Femme, or I wonder how many MFKs Amir's there are. There's Amir's Homme and Amir's Femme. Amir's Homme I have not tried. I did try a sample of Amir's Femme. Most of the stuff from the lineup I really like. I just can't justify the price point. But yeah, I mean, they just had a price increase, I want to say within the past year. I mean, for the value, I would still put it at A, but for the quality and scent, it's S tier. Bad Boy Cobalt, I think is okay. I wasn't a big fan of. I would put in B tier. Ombre leather, I rank high. It is very occasion based. It's not often that I want to smell like super heavy leather, but you know, when the time comes, this is the best fragrance for that. All right, Bulgari Man in Black. I might be on the opposite spectrum for this fragrance. I'm not the biggest fan of it, and I think it's because I had a bad reaction to the top notes of it. I would put this one in B-. It is a great scent. Karkani asked for G-Water. G-Water, I would put in A tier. It's a great, beautiful scent. Beautiful scent. I'll leave it at that. I'm sorry, Mirrored. It wasn't the right one. Somebody said, had to watch ads. Did you rate Versace Pour Homme? Cade, I did. So Versace Pour Homme is one that I own in my collection. It is a great summertime fragrance. I would probably put it in A tier. I will say like the scent profile leans a bit more older stylistically. Maybe you have like a lot more aromatics, things that may like give a callback to like perfume styles that were for a previous generation. So if you like a more mature, clean type of scent, that one is great. I have it in my collection. I like it. It's an A. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Extreme. That one's going to be high. That one's going to be an S tier. I don't think this is the photo of it, but we'll use it. Davidoff Cool Water, we would go high. We would go A tier. Oh, thank you so much for all the roses. I said I wouldn't do it for roses, but you are so generous. So generous. We'll leave it at that. Oh my goodness. Generosity. Generosity. Somebody says, no, we're gonna give you more. By the Fireplace. Yummy. By the way, some of my favorites that go on the S tier category are going to be YSL Libre. This gets ranked pretty high. I would still wait for a sell though. Parfums de Marly Delina. Yo, somebody's sending me French fries. Okay, somebody wants a super secret, not very popular summer fragrance. If you like Versace Pour Homme, you might like Juicebox Good Morning. So, stylistically very similar. Juicebox Good Morning just goes a bit more into that musk and floral realm. And also the intensity. Galaxy, holy cow. Much appreciated. Alright, so if you're looking for a summer fragrance, this is one that was on my repeat list this summer. One of my favorites. Somebody asked for Le Bois. See, I can't even pronounce it, so I don't use it that often. Le Bois? Le Bois? This one would go great. I would say B tier. Burberry Her, we like. As a Woman, we say it's okay. Thank you so much. If you're enjoying this type of TikTok live, be sure to hit follow, like, or even share. Yo, Mr. Thick Neck, much appreciated on that subscription, my friend. I'm glad the name wasn't any more inappropriate. I don't know. Apologies. Cali Vanilla. No, I love Cali Vanilla. I usually rank it in A tier. Between that one and Invite Only, probably two of my favorite from Kayali's. This one doesn't last as long, but a super versatile layering fragrance. Okay, so this one would be S tier. Crystal Agnew, much appreciated. Molecule O2 I don't have on here, but let me look it up. I don't know Molecule O2. Let me guess the molecule. I want to guess the molecule is Ambrette or Ambretolide. Oh, it's Ambroxan. Okay, so an Ambroxan fragrance. Yeah, I love Ambroxan. I would say it's the same thing for me as how I would rate J. Hagg's Not a Perfume. It's another Ambroxan alternative. I would rate it extremely high. I would put it in A tier. But that one I think might be $60. This one, around the same price point. Yeah, Molecule 2. Great for layering or great alone. A very white amber smell. Any recommendations for darker scents? Stuff to wear at night mostly. Okay, darker scents, I would say Givenchy, Gentleman. There's Reserve. Another one, Halide, Haltane, Parfums de Marly. And it depends on how dark you want to get. There's also Oud Infinite. It's not going to be on here. Oud Infinite is a fragrance from House of Beau. So House of Beau you can find online. They have another Oud one. What's a good, sweet, kind of fruity cologne? A very common one, I'm going to go Mont Blanc Legend. All right, this one I would rank high. B+, A-. La Nuit de l'Homme. If you're thinking about getting La Nuit de l'Homme, I would say get it in a travel size through Scentbird. You might pay more for a premium, but you get to explore different scents. It's a very common scent profile, so nothing wrong with it. I just don't think there's a ton of excitement with La Nuit de l'Homme. Amazing, classic, iconic scent. For me, it didn't last very long, maybe like 4 hours. And then with that Scentbird vial, you can have it and travel with it. So like after hour 4, if you need to, you could always reapply. Dolce & Gabbana, the one we rank high. EDT, I would put it in B tier. Eau de Parfum, I would put in A tier. Nautica Voyage we have up here. Yellow Dream, I would rank high, but it doesn't last long, so I knock it down a few steps, put it in B tier. Polo Red. Yo, thank you so much for that follow. Follows get noises. Also, this is another follow-up for the person who's asking for a fruity cologne. Young guy looking for a fruity cologne under 50 bucks. You might be able to find this for 30 to 35 on either Mercari or FragranceNet, depending on the promo or the season. So, not all day wear, but it is long enough for what you need. Maybe like 5 hours, 6 hours max. Yeah. Cranberry, amber, saffron. I'll put this one in B tier. I haven't rated Oud for Greatness, but I did rate Haltane, which is kind of similar in that same vein as Oud for Greatness. S tier. Oud for Greatness would be S tier too. Baccarat Rouge 540, I would rate A+. Tabac Vanille. Stay Mad is asking about Layton by Parfums de Marly. Okay, Layton's really good. It's having a moment like Parfums de Marly, the brand, it probably has had a successful year this past year because of all the social media hype that's gone on behalf of them. Great scents. They have amazing scent profiles. Can't say enough about how good this fragrance is. One thing I will say is, like, if you're in a warmer climate, this might be a bit too sweet. That's just it. Like, even in summertime for Texas, to me, I think this is a bit sweet for me in that vanilla note. So, Parfums de Marly Layton. I don't think that's the right photo, but we'll use it anyways. S tier fragrance. Spice Bomb Night Vision, I don't recall, but I usually rank the flankers for Spice Bomb pretty high, around A tier. Xaro's Most Wanted. So we already rated Wanted by Night. Now, this is the Most Wanted Parfum. This one would go high. I would go A tier on this one. What's the perfumer on here? $70 in some places? That's a really good deal. This isn't the photo, but we'll use it for the time being. Okay, Sauvage Elixir, we would go high. We're talking A plus S tier. Is Acros Awake worth the price? So if you're looking for value, I would say it's not worth the price. Let me give a bit more context. So a couple of things are true. To me, Acros Awake is one of the best coffee fragrances, but coffee isn't the easiest note to wear on repeat. So if you're looking for your first entry fragrance, coffee may not be the note that you go to every day. It may be like a beautiful scent, artistic love that you want to just like have on occasion. So I'd say maybe not worth it in that occasion. But if you have the money and you're looking for something that like really has a beautiful, nutty, creamy coffee note, this is the one. Otherwise, if you're looking for a coffee note, I would go Halloween Man X for value. For value. Springtime in a Park. White Floral, fresh. I would say I'm curious how what people's reaction is on longevity on this one. Longevity, people say last for about a minute. Oh my goodness, do you read that? Last for about a minute? That can't be. 6 hours. Last 3 to 4 hours. Lasted pretty long. Okay, so let's go on, take a couple assumptions. I'm going to say it's an under 6 hour fragrance. Most white florals that are fresh are going to be in that territory. So I'd say this is going to be a beautiful scent, but it'll probably fall under the B tier for performance and price. 150 is kind of high. Thank you so much for that gift. And just to show my appreciation, I will give you a song. La Nuit de l'Homme, still really good. I would probably put it in A tier. Ari has some taste. She says Di Fiori, White Floral. I'm pretty sure this is a master perfumer, Alberto Morillas. I think this is one of his creations. Yep, Alberto Morillas. Beautiful white floral fragrance, Gucci Bloom Profumo de Fiori. I will go high, A tier. Moderate lasting. I am curious what other people say. Some people say it lasts a few hours. Very beautiful. Smells like ylang ylang. Tom Ford Vanille Tobacco. I think this is the one that we're referencing now. If this is the one, this is going to be S tier. Confessions of a Rebel. S tier for this one. Confessions of a Rebel. I like the lineup. I got some of their candles. I got some other samples through Scentbird, a partnership with them. I think this is great. I mean, you could also get travel sizes pretty easily from Scentbird themselves. So I would put this one high. Maybe A tier. A minus. All right. First time chat. Sneaky Papano. Thank you so much for joining the chat. Can I rate Jimmy Choo Man? You know what? I rated this one on my last TikTok live. I rated it pretty high. I would say A tier. Especially for the price point. And you could probably find it for around 30 bucks in retailers that are like discounters. We're talking Kohl's, TJ Maxx's, or Burlington Coat stores. Maybe 30 to 40. But an extremely value, sweet, fruity fragrance. All right, then giving some love to a gifter, Olympia Paco Rabanne. So, is it called Paco Rabanne? Paco Rabanne, it's accepted both ways. Paco Rabanne, Paco Rabanne, vanilla, salty. Where would we put this one? I would say A minus if I could find it. There we go. I would say A minus. It's nice. It's not very often you're going to get some salty vanilla fragrances. Most of them nowadays, I've seen vanilla musky, vanilla fruity, vanilla cherry. Let's go YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. I would say this is going to give me some hate, but I would say B+. It didn't last very long on my skin. I don't know if it was the way it was decanted from Scentbird or Scentbox. I forgot who the subscription was that I had it at the time. It didn't last very long on me. And it doesn't really have deep notes like vanilla, benzoin, or ambroxan. Maybe it does have ambroxan. Probably ISOE Super. But it faded pretty light. So I would put it in B tier. Best green tea scent? I don't know about green tea. I mean, you could go for like budget. You could go Elizabeth Arden's. This is the one. For value, bang for your buck, Elizabeth Arden green tea. If you want to go for my favorite tea scent, that's going to be Dear Polly. By the way, John 10 will give you a discount over at Twisted Lily. Yeah, I had to drop that in. Apple, sweet, an amazing opening top note bite, and then it goes into this black tea accord that's slightly green. So, although it's not a green tea, there are some greenness in this tea fragrance. Good cheaper winter fragrance, I would say Mont Blanc Explorer. Mont Blanc Legend. We rated this earlier. I would go to say Legend would fall like B+. It's good. I highly recommend it. It's probably more of a youthful fragrance if you're looking for like a starter fragrance. If you're looking for the website that I have discount codes through an affiliate, Twisted Lily is the fragrance site, and then John 10 is my discount code. And that goes for anybody. So if you're on here and you're like, I really want to explore niche fragrance, check out Twisted Lily. And be like, yeah, I really want to buy Baccarat Rouge, but I don't want to pay this. John, let me use your discount. It's John 10. Code John 10. There you go. free discount codes to everybody. I do get a commission, by the way. Prada L'Homme Intense I have not tried, but I do love Prada L'Homme. I just really like the original. I haven't tried, so I haven't really looked into exploring the Intense version. Oh, wow, that's rated really high. 4.5? If it's anything similar to the original, I would rate it high, like S tier quality. Stronger with You Intensely. I can't pick it out from the bottle, but I would rank it high. Yes, Stronger With You Intensely, it's a clear. Yeah, I would go A tier. Invictus Platinum is good. I would go yes. Coach Blue. And by the way, if you're enjoying this TikTok live, be sure to give me a like, follow, or share. Even if you don't want to share it, if you just hit that copy link button, I think it helps my algorithm just a little bit. So if this is the Coach Blue that you're looking for, we'll just maybe put it in B tier. Nothing's wrong with it. I would just say I would lean more on some of the classic if we're looking for a fresh citrus. Azzaros, Versace Poroms, or even Aqua di Joe's. Jimmy Choo Ice, is that it? Oh, Jimmy Choo Man Aqua, Explorer Ultra Blue. So maybe like B tier. And then Katya asked if these down here were Bath and Body Works. Yeah, I'm working on building up a collection of fragrances. This is Warm Vanilla Sugar, so I rated high. This is Into the Stars. I mean, how do you rank them low? For price point, Bath and Body Works is just really good. It's tough to compare. Okay, so Solar Eruptions 18 is asking, what am I using to see the accords? If you're looking for the fragrance accords, Fragrantica is a website. Oleg, coming in clutch for sharing the TikTok live. Thank you so much. You know what? For sharing this TikTok live, I got a song for you. That one's for Oleg for sharing this TikTok live. Much appreciated. Whoa, Supa, thank you so much. Okay, next one up, Dior J'adore. Dior J'adore. Which version? There's a few different versions. This is the original. White floral. I would go A- on this one. Or B. Price point wise, I think it's still high. You might have to pay over 100 for a white floral, fruity white floral. There are other alternatives that you could get a probably better deal on. Beautiful fragrance. There probably isn't anything alternative that I would recommend. Like, here's a dupe for this if you like this. No. Fresh and soapy. Fresh and soapy J'adore. So I would go B+. Whoa, Average and Conrad, thank you so much for sharing this TikTok live. Kaylee, I'm getting to yours next. So Prada Paradox I have not sampled, but if you'll allow me to go off basically the feedback that I've seen online or what I've done on research, because before I buy a decant or decide if a trip's worth it for a fragrance review, like, this one didn't get a ton of love online. So that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that most of the reviewers I've seen and their scent preferences, it didn't line up with what they were expecting Prada to deliver on their next launch. 3.6, maybe it was the longevity, or maybe it was just, it wasn't a ton of excitement for like the decision to go with a white floral release. So as a default position, I'll probably just put it in B. Supa says, is By the Fireplace a good scent that is worth the price? I don't think By the Fireplace is a good price. Like, the wearability, meaning like how easy it is for you to wear it every day, or for others to appreciate the scent type, which is very smoky, very woody, and slightly sweet. I think Jazz Club is more worth it. The dry down on this one's really good. Yeah, so if you like the smokiness, like if it toned down the smokiness, I think maybe might make it worth it. But then you lose some of that artisticness. Like, you want to smell something that's photorealistic to sitting by the fireplace. If that's all you want to achieve, then it is worth the money. Let's see. Is this the right one? I haven't tried the intense version of Terre d'Hermès. I like the original classic. For the price point, you might be able to find it under 60 or 70. I would say B+. Acqua di Gio Parfumo. Profumo. This one I would rank high. I would go A+. They've been saying that this one's going to be discontinued for the past 2 years. I don't know it actually ever has. Menceros Edouard Poisé. Love it. I do think it goes a bit sweet for like an everyday wear. I put a dent in this travel size. I had a travel size, man. I used it up quick. So if you don't mind like something that leans more sweet and leather, we're talking dried fruits, leather, but still has like a, I feel like it's like an ambroxan and a woody undertone. It's a good fragrance. Good performance too, said Edouard Poisé. Dior Homme Sport, I would put B+. Dolce & Gabbana K, B+. Lancome Idal. Musky Rose, we go A tier. For those that want to recap on this fragrance, rose, musky, under 100 typically, so find a pretty good deal for it. Baccarat Rouge 540, is it worth the price? There's not really a lot of like true good, like perfect alternatives. If you just want that sweet fragrance, you could always get Cloud or Zara's Red Temptation, although even Red Temptation may be reformulated and may not smell the same as it used to. So I would go A+ tier. I mean, it's over $200 or $250 in some places. Prada Luna Rosa Extreme, a request. Okay, odd question. Why would somebody be selling this fragrance for 300? Is it discontinued or was it like a collector's edition? This is a lot of money for fragrance. So maybe if you still have it, you might be able to resell it for 10x. So for that alone, it's probably a discontinued fragrance, a very classic one. So I put it in A tier. Pearl asks for Very Good Girl Glam. Very Good Girl Glam. I like this one. This is going to be the cherry version of the Good Girl lineup for the flankers. Sweet Rose and Almond. Like the scent profile is really good. What are the downsides? Is it the longevity? Yeah, it lasts pretty good. So if you're looking for a sweet cherry scent, I'll put this one in A minus tier. There aren't a ton of awesome cherry fragrances that last. Is the intense version worth it for Cedrat Posé? I haven't tried the intense version. Like, I even think the original version is sufficient. And I think the formula, or the main notes for the intense version changed. So it's not like a small adjustment. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a completely different fragrance. Let me look up Cedrat Posé Intense. Animalic. See, I try to avoid that normally, but why would it be animalic? Is it the type of leather? So no, I haven't tried this one. I like the original. Jo Malone, Red Roses. Katya. Thank you so much for the suggestion, Katya. So for Red Roses, if you haven't seen it, this is it right here. I think there was a study that said the effect of the smell of rose. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to ask AI something real quick. Are the effects of the smell of a rose? So it says the smell, for some, a rose can be soothing and calming, invigorating or energizing, trigger memories, emotions, often associated with romance and love. In general, the smell of a rose is thought to have a positive effect on mood and can help promote relaxation and a sense of well-being. Y'all, that's AI. That's not even me. I would put this one in A tier. So an older fragrance is probably not able to be purchased still. Oh, you can still find it. $100? Okay, still doable. Jean Paul Gaultier La Mel. I rank high. I would go A tier. So I would say I can't have all the Mels or Jean Paul Gaultier's high, so we'll go this one B tier. Somebody asked for Wild Bluebells. Lovely one from Jo Malone. That one's gonna be A+. Musk Noir from Narciso Rodriguez. There's a few different Musk Noirs, but if it's this one, Musk Noir for her, I like this one. Musky and powdery. I tend to prefer powdery fragrances, so it's just more like personal taste. A tier. Alright, I'm doing 2 more, and then I will end the TikTok live. But my comment section in my last video will still be open if y'all want to leave me some feedback. Alright? Or unless y'all would be okay with me just hanging out here and just eating a bag of chips. Oh, I forgot to do a live reaction. Okay, live reaction. I have a box of a new release from Skylar. They sent me Peach Fields. When did this release? Last Wednesday? This is ASMR opening. Okay, first impressions of Skylar's Peach Fields. As you can see, that's a pretty peach. ASMR opening this cap. Very difficult. Negative points on cap opening. I swear I have strength. Okay, there it goes. Here it goes. Skylar's Peach Fields. We'll give it a spritz. Ah, that's lovely. Right off the bat, it reminds me a little bit of one of the recent releases by Valentino. The pink one? No. Coral Fantasy. That one was more kiwi, not peach. It's not too peachy, but it is very noticeable. Kind of clean, musky. The notes on this are going to be white peach, osmanthus, and sandalwood. It's starting to become more woody. This is nice. Very light though, like in terms of intensity, I really gotta shove my nose up in this card. Danielle, I don't know if there's a cheaper dupe for Acqua di Gioia. I'm sure there is one, but if I were to just go down that rabbit hole with you on Acqua di Gioia. By the way, on smell alone, Peach Fields is very nice. What else would it remind me of? Maybe a little bit of that Ralph Lauren, one of the romance ones. We'll come back to that. Acqua di Gioia, White Floral Fresh. For some people on Fragrantica, these are some of the ones that they say reminds them of. Parfum, Versace, Dancing Waters, Bath and Body Works, and then Joyce Turquoise Oriflame. These aren't ones I've sampled, but just going off of what Fragrantica said. Let me go with Ralph. Let me look up Ralph Lauren. It's floral. Anything with peach on here? No. Maybe it was Tender Romance. Peach? No peach on here. Ralph Lauren, I will never be able to find you. Is it worth it? I think it is. I think it is worth it. So there's not that many peach fragrances, and especially white peach. If you like a little hybrid blend of a more musky, clean aesthetic. I want to say, let me skin test on it, but right now I do think it's a beautiful white peach, and that comes through well. Almost champagne-like. Almost champagne-like. Good female summer scent. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Oh, Matcha Meditation. This is delicious. This is delicious. And then one I've grown to really like is You or Someone Like You. A very citrusy green fragrance. It's you grow to like it. And then another one would be is it Jane? Can't find it. It was a brand called Rosie Jane. Bulgari Man in Black, I would rank in B. Good scent to gift for a girlfriend, please. Ooh, exciting. Okay, right off the bat, if I had to say 3 fragrances to gift your girlfriend this holiday season, if I just had to guess, I would go like under 200. We would go this one right here first. Alien Mugler Intense. YSL Lieb. Kayali's Vanilla 28. Flower Bomb is a little bit too classic, so we go with a different Flower Bomb. Ruby Orchid. What? Stop picking vanillas, John. Why do you do this? I don't know. Cloud. Like if you want something under 50, like Ariana Grande's Cloud is still such a great value. Burberry Her Elixir. Hopefully you're taking notes, because your girlfriend's going to be seeing this TikTok live and be like, why didn't you give me any of the ones John picked? Katie says Nectar. This is for performance. This one's very, very good. Performance, this one's very good. If your girlfriend is like, wants something a bit more professional to wear to work, then I would go back to the original Flower Bomb. I would toss in Very Good Girl. Those are some options. Ooh, a Henry Rose Lover. Oh, and by the way, another one that somebody was asking for a summer fragrance. Jake's House by Henry Rose. Beautiful fragrance. Fresh, aquatic. And then Mitch asked for Jake's Henry Rose Last Light. Let me check this one out. Floral Musky. If y'all aren't familiar with Henry Rose, they're one of the few brands that are transparent about the ingredients in their perfumes. Part of the marketing pitch is brand transparency and materials. But the other part that I appreciate is that they're not really hiding the materials or telling you what they put into it. They pitch it more as like a health benefit, but it's not really a health benefit. It's just pretty cool. You don't see it too often. Mitch, this one I haven't tried. It doesn't ring a bell from the Discovery set that I had. So unfortunately, I can't give much feedback, but I tend to like the Henry Rose collection. This one doesn't stand out to me. So if you need me to put it somewhere, I would just toss it in the B category. Best for School, Nautica Voyage. Versace Dylan Blue. Mont Blanc Legend. Alternatives to Sauvage, we go Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. Gucci Guilty Intense Pour Femme. All right, we will do 2 more questions and then we will call it a night. Is this it? Is this the one you're looking for? 67 movie star? If it is, then we like. I just don't know if this is the one you're talking about. Because sometimes so many fragrances are like worded so similarly. But I will put this one high. I'll put this one in A tier. Under $50 for most cases. Let me see. but it is an older fragrance formulation, so it may not last long. Paco Rabanne's XS, I rated high on yesterday's TikTok. I still stand by that. Roja Enigma? We go Roja Enigma. I haven't tried it, but I love Roja Parfums. I think the biggest dent this year in 2022 has been to my Elysium fragrance. Roja, if you're seeing this, much appreciated for that Elysium fragrance. I've put it to work, my friend. It is great. Okay, Roja Enigma, I have not tried, but I love some of the Roja Parfum lineups. Rasasi Hawas, I haven't tried, but I get told that it's a great freshie, especially for price and performance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to sign off. I want to say thank you. I'm going to do a little movie montage. So if you join this TikTok live, I want to say thank you so much for participating. It is always a blast that you choose to engage, follow, or just watch along as I do any of these TikTok related videos about fragrance watching. Katya, much appreciated for you sticking out and hanging out. Bella, Katie, Pushing W, Jose, ATL Spotlight. Y'all were some of the top viewers today. So shout out to y'all. Y'all could have been doing so many other things on this Sunday night. Even myself, like I still have work to do. And I have to go to work tomorrow. But I just want to do it occasionally. With the holidays coming up, I will have some more free times to do TikTok lives. Some of them will be subscriber only. So if you haven't been a subscriber, jump on the subscriber train. Get in these comment sections. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have an amazing night, and I'll see y'all again this coming week.